CNN interviewed then Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta and former candidate, now President William Ruto, about whether or not they would push for legislation to support gay rights in their country. Their unified responses exposed the privileged nature of first world politics and media. Did you get that? Don't worry, we're going to go ahead and recap here quickly. Welcome back to Resist the Mainstream, reporting the news that the mainstream won't. Don't forget to like and of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest videos. Well, once again, CNN overstepped its bounds and pushed its agenda onto the president of Kenya. What's new? The reporter could not seem to grasp the president's reasoning as to why he did not currently find LGBTQ rights to be an immediately pressing matter in his country or for his citizens. The reporter appeared to be in disbelief over the comments and continued to push the leader to explain himself when the reality was very clear.
One of the major issues, and it's a holdover from sort of colonial Victorian, is the issue of sexual preference in many African countries. In Kenya, to be gay, the LGBT community is illegal. They just want to have equal rights, the same privacy and equality as all other Kenyans do. Is that something that you aspire to for your country?
I want to be very clear, Christiana. I will not engage in a subject that is of no, it is not of any major importance to the people and the Republic of Kenya. This is not an issue, as you would want to put it, of human rights or this. This is an issue of society, of our own base as a culture, as a people, regardless of which community you come from. This is not acceptable. This is not agreeable. This is not about Uhuru Kenyatta saying yes or no. This is an issue that the people of Kenya themselves, who have bestowed upon themselves a constitution, right, after several years, have clearly stated that this is not a subject that they are willing to engage in, yeah, at this time and moment. In years to come, possibly long after I'm president, who knows? Maybe our society will have reached a stage where those are issues that people are willing, freely and open to discuss. I have to be honest with you. And that is the position that we have always maintained. Those are the laws that we have, and those are laws that are 100% supported by 99% of the Kenyan people, irregardless of where they come from.
So
It's a very
you're going to get yourself into trouble.
Mm.
Because what you've categorically just stated is that this is not an issue for us, for the Kenyan people,
yes.
And you don't think that the idea of their privacy, their equality, their rights is important.
This is,
but it's a global issue right now.
It's important to them where they are.
Why is it not
I am
important
saying
to you
that it
as
is
president
not
of the country?
important to me as the leader of 49 million Kenyans. And after, if you want to ask me my personal opinion,
what is your personal opinion?
after I finish my process, I can talk about my personal opinion. But as the leader of the people of the Republic of Kenya, I represent.
Politicians and mainstream media reporters in developed countries tend to forget that not every country operates on the same playing field, all right? You can go to that country and protest all you want, but you can see what happens and you'll see the differences between those two countries. While many Western nations argue over pressing social topics and ideologies, many countries in Africa and beyond still struggle with providing basic human needs to their people. Kenyatta mentioned that he is more concerned with solving the hunger crisis and severe unemployment in his country, and hints that if LGBTQ rights were of grave importance, he would attend to it. However, most would agree that basic necessities such as food, clean water, adequate shelter, and a healthy economy take importance over social issues.
This is not a big issue for the people of Kenya. When it becomes a big issue for the people of Kenya will make a choice. As it is now, we are grappling with 5 million young people who do not have jobs, 4 million people who are hungry, and that is my concern. That is the focus of the people of Kenya at the moment.
The disconnect between the reporter and the Kenyan president is made painfully apparent as she can't grasp that there could be other pressing issues more important than supporting the LGBTQ community. It comes off as condescending when Western nations attempt to push social agendas onto foreign countries. They don't care about your opinion. They don't care about your feelings, as if they truly understood how the country operates in contrast to their own. It's selfish, and it exposes a kind of privilege few like to discuss. In this clip he shared with former President Barack Obama, President Kenyatta very respectfully explained that it isn't about hate or discrimination, but rather that there's a difference to be acknowledged between countries such as the United States and Kenya.
With respect to the rights of gays and lesbians, I've been consistent all across Africa on this. I believe in the principle of treating people equally under the law, and that they are deserving of equal protection under the law, and that the state should not discriminate against people based on their sexual orientation.
The fact of the matter is that Kenya and the United States, we share so many values, but there are some things that we must admit we don't share. Our culture, our societies don't accept. It's very difficult for us to be able to impose on people that which they themselves do not accept. This is why I repeatedly say that for Kenyans today, the issue of gay rights is really a non-issue. We want to focus on other areas that are day-to-day living for our people. But as of now, the fact remains that this issue is not really an issue that is on the foremost mind of Kenyans, and that is the fact.
Perhaps it shouldn't be outlawed for members of the LGBTQ to exist peacefully, but regardless, the media and leaders of our nation shouldn't be pushing our own social agendas onto countries whose societies operate inherently different than ours. Certainly, we should have respect for non-threatening foreign leaders and allow them to run their countries as their people and government feel fit. But far too often does the media claim the high horse, criticizing other nations with their virtue signaling for their supposed faults while we face our own struggles at home. Throwing rocks outside that glass house never works. Should Kenya react to LGBTQ rights with formal legislation? Should Western media and politicians take a step back, shut up, and stop pushing agendas on other nations and mind our own damn business? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, you're watching Resist the Mainstream, reporting the news that the mainstream won't. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and of course hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Until next time, I'm Steve Inman. Take care, and we'll see you then.